Hi there, you guys. Welcome back to my bed. So how's your guys' Thanksgiving going so far? Good? You spending time with family? You spending it alone? I'll just, give a different response, like, oh, that's nice. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope you find someone soon. Anyways, as you know, after today, which is Thanksgiving, there's going to be the event of Black Friday, and my aunt, my mom, and I are considering going. But at the same time, I don't think I want to go after the horror of Black Friday the first year that I went. So the first year that I went was, I think, what was it? 2010, more or less? Back when I was about 11 years old. So I went with my family on Black Friday, and there we happened to see another one of my aunts and my cousin. But this is the thing, it was a bit of a horror story for me. So today I'm going to be telling you my Black Friday horror story. Dun dun! So it was Thanksgiving in 2010, and we had decided to go to Black Friday. Now, I had never been to Black Friday before, like, ever. And I've always heard so much about it, and to tell you the truth, it sounded kind of scary because it's people basically, like, murdering each other for a toaster oven that's, like, 30% off. Anyways, we got to our local Walmart, where they were hosting Black Friday, and we, we're running all around, and we're trying to look for the gifts that we needed, and at one point, I actually lost my mom. And I started freaking out so bad, and I'm just like, Mama! Ah, Mama! And after finding her and pulling myself together, we finally realized that we had, that we had all of the gifts that we needed and all that, but then that wasn't really the worst part. I didn't tell my mom this until recently, but when I was lost, I saw a little old lady. First of all, she started hitting this guy that beat her to, I don't really know what it was. I think it was a TV, actually. But it was a guy that had beaten her to a TV, and she, took her purse and started smacking him over the head with it. But that wasn't even the craziest part. This little old lady then proceeded to take out a can of mace. A little old lady who looked very old and sweet, like sweeter than a strawberry, if I might quote one of my favorite books. She pulls out a tiny little can, probably no more than this big, of mace. Now, she didn't spray it, but she threatened to. She's just like, back up, I'ma use this. I ain't afraid to use this. And the guy did in fact back up, and, she took the TV in her cart, and she just ran away. But, upon seeing that, it freaked me out. I often, think of the scenario out of the blue during most times around, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and I often wondered, what would have happened if she actually did spray it? Would the guy have just gotten hurt and she would have just run off completely unscathed? Would she have been arrested? Would there have been a riot? What would have happened? But that wasn't even the worst part. Oh, no. Then began the long, 10-hour wait in the line. Oh my gosh. So, by the time that we finished all of our shopping, it was about 11:33, 34, somewhere around that time. And what happened was, oh my god, I can't even. What happened was that we ended up finding another aunt of mine and the cousin that I mentioned at the beginning of this video, and we decided to kind of stay with them as a group, because, it was family, it was kind of a family time, despite the fact that we were, running around a store trying to avoid getting run over and possibly stabbed. Then began, the long 10-hour wait. We all sat there, in the checkout line, which is weird, because none of the checkout lines were open. At all. This is the thing. The Walmart in our town has about 30-something checkout lines. And not even only, none of them were open at all. And they said that they weren't going to open them until 6 a.m. the next morning. So we're sitting there waiting, and you have no idea. This was also like, believe it or not, people could get bored without iPhones or anything like that even existing back in 2010. Wait, did the iPhone exist in 2010? I don't know, I was probably too young to remember, but still. So we're just sitting there, and, you know, none of us had any phones or games or anything to do. And I was to the point where I was, like, falling asleep because of the turkey that we ate, for the Thanksgiving dinner. So I ended up finding this little rail thing, that kind of separates the cash register from, well, not the register, but, like, the checkout place. It was, like, this rail that separated, the checkout place from these boxes that had things like candies and chips and like a bunch of junk food inside of them. And they were like, you know, right at the entrance of the right side of Walmart, really. Well, technically this is my left side, but if you're on the outside, it would be on your left side. So, anyways. And it was like right at the end, one of the entrances, and I decided to take a little nap on there, and I have to say, it was the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like, I have a rail that's probably, like no more than this thick, and I'm laying on it on my back, so I'm kind of, like, hanging in opposite sides, I'm just all, But this is the thing, somehow I actually managed to fall asleep on this thing. And I'm actually, you know, I'm just sitting there all content, Then suddenly, I just fall off the rail, and my back hits the ground so hard, I have the wind knocked out of me. Which is funny, because the rail wasn't even really that high. It was, I don't know, it probably reached, I don't know, to like, I guess standing up, it probably reached no higher than like, to where my waist is, which is saying something because I'm a very short person. I'm only like 5'3", but I like fall off and I'm just all wind gone. And this is the thing, my mom didn't even take notice of this. She's just sitting there waiting in line to check out all of her things, and you know, I finally decide, okay, no more falling asleep. I'm done for. I'm done for. I mean, no more falling asleep. I don't want to break my spine or crack open my skull next time. So instead, this is something really dumb I do. I, like, sit on the rail, and I'm sitting there waiting for the lines to move. And this is the thing, we had no food with us or anything. So we sent my cousin over to McDonald's, inside of Walmart, and all he brought back was, just a packet of fries, because we wanted to save up the money to buy all the gifts. And oh my gosh, it was honestly a pretty miserable experience. You have to understand, I was 11, so I was very, very impatient at the time. You know, I'm a fairly patient person now, but back then I was so impatient. So I would just like sit there going, when will this line move? Finally the lines did, finally the lines did open up at 6 a.m. like they were supposed to. We checked out all our things and we got out of there alive. However, when I got back, I just kind of sat in my bed and cried, and I'm just like, I'm never going to Black Friday ever again! But now, this year, I'm kind of looking forward to it, to be honest, because I've kind of gained a better understanding of Black Friday, per se. You know, as to why they have to wait so long, and as to why so many of these things happen. But yeah, that's my Black Friday horror experience, in my opinion. Do you have any, like, Black Friday horror stories of any kind? You know, leave them down in the comments if you want to, and you know what to do with this video. Like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Send me lots of hate. And I will see you guys later. Peace out, and bye.